Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another podcast. It comes down to chemistry with women. Chemistry. I'm going to tell you what. I remember a woman, and this is when I was real young. It was on a college campus. I'm in my when did I meet this young lady? In my late teens. And, I just told her straight up I was interested. I wanted to date her and all that stuff. And she told me, she looked me dead in the eye. And she just said, I was a cool person, but she didn't feel any chemistry. That's the first time I actually heard that with a woman. She didn't feel any chemistry. And then at the time, I didn't really understand what it meant. But then I heard from a couple other women, not women I was trying to get with, but some women who laced me on some game. They'll say, you know what, they can meet a guy and he can even look good. He can even physically look good. He can look like he got money and everything. But they didn't feel that chemistry, that spark. Because that's what it is. That's very important for a woman. Now, I know, look, let's be real. And I've even told women, I was like, that spark can sometimes be hurtful. I've told them that. But, it's one thing to tell women something, but another thing for them to really embrace it. I say, hey, that building a fire is better for the long run. And some even agree with me, but women are still moved by that spark. See, what it is, women want to feel. They want to feel the attraction to a man. They want to feel it. And usually it's a combination of they either feel it in their loins or they feel it in their heart. They just feel something. They feel that when they're around a man. And that's what it comes down to really get a woman. It really does. It comes down. Now, as men, do we agree with that? Because, publicly we tend to be more logical. There's something deeper with that logic thing, but that's something that was gone over on my Connect Pile site, a discussion. But that's some deep stuff that I don't care to share publicly. But the thing is, men, we're logical. We're like, well, hold up, baby. I'm handsome. I'm tall. I got money. You should want me. And even a woman to say, yeah, they should want you. And, the gold digger types, they'll probably be like, oh, yeah, because they tend to be more in logic anyway. But most women, they move by the feeling. They move by the emotion. They need to feel someone to interact with a man. Either in their loins or in their heart. Always understand that. They need to feel that chemistry. And it's more than just feeling that chemistry. It's being able to mix together. It's that click. I remember I was on a radio show one time in the D.C. area. For those in the D.C. area, I don't know if she's still on. I was on the Audrey Chapman show. And we had an old school player who was one of the guests on there. And he said it's about that instant click. See, when a man clicks with a woman, on our side, we see the cooperation. She cool, she turns us on. But when women see it, it's something major. That's why a lot of times women have trouble with an otherwise good man. They didn't feel that spark, and that spark is strongly sexually influenced. And that's what it come down to. See, when a woman see a man, or she listen to him talk, she need to feel that spark. Yeah, I know they use more logic and stuff, but look, let's just be real. Let's just be real. Usually when they meeting a man, they only got a few seconds to make a determination as to how far they want to go with him. Now, when you do have those situations where she can get to know the man, like working on the same job or in the same social circle, that's different. But even then, it still comes down to chemistry. Because, okay, say you're in a situation where she's not feeling you at first, but then, she's interacting with you. She's seeing more of your personality, and she's seeing different sides of you. You can grow on her, but it's still that spark. It's still that energy. And that's the key with women. That's the key. Even, you get some people thinking, well, if the mouthpiece, but what does the mouthpiece do? It's talking to her. It's influencing her emotions. Like the conversation you having is influencing her emotionally. Like the voice tone, what you say, what you talk about, how you can make her laugh, how you can make her think, how you can stimulate her. That's still that chemistry. It's how you two can mix together. And that's what it comes down. That's the important thing. That's the important thing. Now, I know some people say money, but like I said, the women who go for money, they are more in that logical, rational thing. But then the problem is somebody with more money can come along a lot easier. It's easy. Like, look, when a woman's into money, the reality is all it takes is a guy with more money. That's it. But the chemistry thing, if you can lock a woman in on chemistry, you have a better chance of getting her cooperation, getting what you want from her. You have a way better chance because then you hitting them on a deep level. And it takes a whole lot for that level to be broken. Like when a woman is turned on by you sexually, you almost have to put a gun to her head, threaten her life and everything. And even then, with some women, that's still not enough. I saw you get instances where men will physically abuse a woman and, she'll get away, but then she go right back to that man eventually. It's that chemistry. Or especially the heart. That's actually a more powerful chemistry because if you stimulate a woman, have chemistry through her emotions, she'll stick around no matter what. She'll stick around. It's really hard for her to leave then. Like even with purely sexual chemistry, that can burn out. That burns out quicker. That can burn out once y'all get your feel of each other. And the sex start becoming routine. But that heart thing, the emotional thing, that stays with them. And see, the beauty of emotions, it can grow. And it can change. And you, that person who can click with them on that level, they're going to try to hang out as long as possible because they just used to you. You know what I mean? Those are the couples that break up and get back together. Those are couples because that's the key with women. That's the key. See, the thing is, money doesn't bring a spark. Even if a woman program herself, usually what they do is, let me give y'all some game. Women can program themselves to respond to money, but it's not a good thing, and it's just the money. It's just the idea. Like I say, any man can be attached to it. It's not you in particular, it's the money. That's why you get some guys, they'll have the money, but then if something happens, something changes, the woman's out. That's because she was attached to the money. Her responses were attached to how much money was spent on her or for her or anything. So like I said, if that money stops or someone comes along with more money, boom. So that's very important. But understand, it really does come down to chemistry. That's the key. So I want y'all to think on that, and I'll get back with y'all later. Peace and blessings.